Hey guys, as many of you all know, there's a new 2021 IRC Cobb building code. This is an official building code for Cobb construction, and so if you're in the United States, this will most likely apply to you. And so there's continuing work on the commentary, and there's been a new overview written, which I'm going to direct you all to with links below. And so the overview has had an update, and there's a new section entitled Building With or Without a Code. And so I wanted to bring this to attention here in the video again, because I know there's been a lot of backlash to the new code. It's an official code, but a lot of people are not happy with it for various reasons. They just don't like the intervention, the bureaucracy of it all, the extra expense, and I totally understand that. And I just want to kind of help to bring more of a clear perspective on this again, because the new Cobb building code is not a detriment to anybody. Again, I want to reiterate that you can continue to build Cobb unpermitted the same way that we've been doing for the past 3 decades. That comes with its own risks and disadvantages, of course, which we all know. But the new official code opens up the opportunity to work within the code and alleviate any risks, such as having to potentially tear it down later if it's discovered. But all this depends on your specific situation, your local jurisdiction. Sometimes you can build unpermitted, actually many times without problems. So I just want to say that the code is not going to hurt you in any way. If you want to build unpermitted, you can still do that. But if you do want to build permitted, now you have the option, and you can build, for example, a lot easier in a suburban or urban area if you follow the code, because there is an official code that's respected. And as long as you follow this code, you can build a permitted Cobb structure. You can actually get financing for it, and you can sell the property without having to say you have an unpermitted building on the property. So there's a lot of advantages. This only opens up opportunities for everybody. I just want people to realize that, because people are still unhappy with the new code. It's not putting a restriction on you really in any way. It's just opening up opportunities. So the Cobb Research Institute is continuing to work on the code, continuing to update it and make provisions to help people. This is really all about helping you to be able to build a Cobb structure. So I'm going to go through some of their materials here. And I also want to encourage you, if you support the code like I do, to donate to the Cobb Research Institute. They still need money for writing the commentary, and they still need to do some other testing, I believe the fire testing. So there's still some stages they need to go through. But everything is on track, but any donations are very helpful for them. So let me show you some of this information. So this is the Cobb Research Institute website. It's at cobbcode.org, and I just wanted to make sure that you all understood what was on this site. So you can find all the official information on the new Cobb building code here. I recommend checking out the Cobb code proposal and supporting documents right here. So you have the Cobb code and all the supporting documents, which are very interesting to read if you have the time. They have coding references to Adobe, Rammed Earth, and other things from around the world. So you can check that out. They also have the overview, which you can get to by clicking this button right here at the top. So this is the Cobb Construction Appendix Overview, and this is a good quick read if you want to get up to speed on what's going on. And they have the new section written down here building with or without a cob code. So read through that as well. I recommend. A lot of good information in there. This was just put out. And then we have ways to donate. Let's see. Yeah, here's the donation page. You can click donate down at the bottom tab here and click the donate button. They have a GoFundMe campaign going for that. So this is an image from the Appendix Overview, and if we look at this carefully, it's about 90% of how I've been teaching you guys to build a cob building for several years now. So if we start down here, we got the foundation, and it looks like this is a conventional foundation made of concrete, which is what I typically recommend. And then we move up, we have the various layers of cob. We have the window and door bucks, which I always include. We have the lintels. We have a bond beam. I think they refer to it, yeah, anchored bond beam, either wood or concrete. I've been teaching you guys about bond beams for a while now. I really recommend those. So far everything looks pretty much the same. Of course, we have the roof overhang. And really only the major difference would be the vertical and horizontal reinforcing. So you'd have vertical rebar from the foundation extending all the way, connecting up to the bond beam, which if I was going to build a house for myself right now, I'd probably do the same thing. And I think they're trying to make provisions to where you can use more natural materials if you want, such as bamboo. And then here they have horizontal reinforcing. Looks like a wire mesh. You see this a lot in concrete block construction. So yeah, makes sense. So that's the only real major difference that I'm seeing here. And I know there can be some issues as far as the code with insulation, but that's going to depend on your jurisdiction and your specific situation. Alright guys, thanks for watching. If you support the official Cobb Building Code and the Cobb Research Institute, please make a donation to them. That'll really help them out. And again, I just want to reiterate that the Cobb Code is only a benefit to us, and it's really going to help us to move forward with earthen construction. So I recommend supporting the code and doing some research on that. So thanks again.